So, good evening, everyone, wherever you're connecting from this beautiful day in the month of January. My name is Joshua Amoshika. They call me Coach. And I'm so excited to be sharing this information with you because this is literally life-changing information. This information crossed my desk a few months ago, and I can tell you that it totally transformed my life. And beyond just transforming my life, it's transformed the lives of so many other people. To give you a very quick background, when this information came across my desk, I was in a financial hole. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in a place financially where you just, everything just, so I was broke, busted, and disgusted. I was wounded emotionally, wounded spiritually. For men, now I don't know if this cuts across all genders. I'm a man. I can speak for, from my point of view. But when you're not doing well financially, when you are in a bad place financially, it affects everything about you. I don't want to get to specifics, but it just affects everything about you, especially if you are someone who sees yourself as a provider, someone who is supposed to be responsible in, providing a kind of lifestyle for the people that you care about. So here I was in the month of May 2023. I had gotten involved in something I didn't have too much understanding of, and due to some bad decision making, due to me taking some stupid risks on my part, I'm now in a deep financial hole, right? I'm in a very deep financial hole, and it was a really dark place. But God was so good. God was so good. That just a few days later, so on the 29th of May, we heard the news of the subsidy removal in Nigeria. And so this was spelling doom, right? Because the cost of everything was going to go up. But do you know that in every economic situation, there are people who are positioning themselves for profit and there are people who are getting wiped out? So just cast your mind back to 2020. COVID was responsible for many businesses getting out of business, right? But that same period, so this app that you're using to listen to watch me right now, Zoom had been in existence since 2013 or 2012. In 2020, Zoom became a multi-billion dollar company, right? So it was that same period when businesses were going under, when people were filing for bankruptcy. There were some companies, there were some individuals who positioned themselves, and that was their breakthrough. And when I saw this opportunity, when I saw this product, right? And I'm going to play a couple of videos and you'll see for yourself why this is probably the biggest thing right now, especially on the continent of Africa, because Nigeria specifically, and some of you are watching this from Cameroon, from Ghana, from South Africa, from Kenya. But, let's be honest, there are some privileges we don't enjoy here in Africa, right? That people in other parts of the world enjoy. And so when you have a solution to not only what individuals, are suffering from, but also what companies need, it's a game changer. So this was a game changer for me in 2023. This collectively, myself and people who connected with this were able to do over 200 million in profit within the space of a few months. So I'm going to play a couple of videos. I want you to see the value proposition. I want you to see exactly what our product is, what it does, and then I'm going to move into the business side of things. So stay tuned. Get rid of every distraction. Get rid of every single distraction, because you want to get the most for the time that you're spending here this evening. So I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. I hope that you can see and hear.
Have you been spending too much money at the pump lately? Gas prices are hitting record highs almost daily, causing financial pain at the pump for millions. Have you been spending too much money at the pump lately? Gas prices are hitting record highs almost daily, causing financial pain at the pump for millions. What if we told you there was a way to save money on gas, drive farther, and protect the planet with one simple solution? Introducing Fuel Factor X.
Before FFX, I fill my tank every week, which is 4 times a month. But since I started using FFX, I fill my tank twice a month. So FFX is saving me about 25,000 naira every month. Imagine I use it for the year. I'm going to be saving about 300,000 naira.
For more than 25 years, FFX has been used in large mining companies to improve fuel economy, prolong engine life, enhance performance, and reduce harmful emissions. For the first time ever, it's available to the general public in single-use foil packets and 4-ounce bottles exclusively through My Daily Choice. FFX is a highly concentrated and advanced fuel treatment. Other products may have 1 or 2 of our components, but none have all of them. Backed by an award-winning chemistry and thousands of tests, FFX can be used in any combustible engine, gas or diesel. Trucks, cars, boats, ATVs, RVs, heavy equipment, and more.
Because I'm a facility manager and hotel manager too, I manage hotels. So one of our main products and what takes money away from us is actually the issue of diesel. So when he now says something concerning diesel, that's something that can save me money, of course I will be interested. And I'm a very practical person. You tell me that this thing can work. The first thing I will do is to test you out. Is it a fact or something? So I collected the first product and I put time into it and began to measure it. So what got me again now the fourth time to come and buy was that one of the facilities that I manage saved me. We have 3,000 liters of diesel, and I bought for these 3,000 liters. We were able to save 550 liters of diesel on that particular product. So this product is real.
Getting the most of FFX is easy. Use 1/4 ounce to treat up to 20 gallons. Double dose your first 2 to 3 treatments. Use FFX every time you fill up. Enjoy the benefits. Good for your bank account, good for your engine, and good for the planet.
Wow, I can't believe it. You can see my tank is just cut up from full tank. From Ilorin to Ibadan used to be half tank, but now I use quarter. So the treatment works like mad. I'm impressed. I'll buy more, definitely.
The diesel I was supposed to use for like 3 days was taking me almost a week and
Are you serious?
almost a week.
Don't add salt and pepper. Just tell us. No, yeah, because some people find it hard to believe. Just tell us the truth. Something you normally use 3 days
3
lasted
days
about.
was taking me almost 5 days on it. That is why I'm saying a week and 5 days.
Wow.
and more. So, I mean, it's like the consumption was not that much. When I come to gauge, the diesel was still there, and we have been using.
Okay, you were gauging to be sure whether
Yes, to be sure
before.
whether the diesel is working. So the diesel was still there, and we're using the gem. So the difference was much.
Chris Robinson here, just sharing with you today the benefits of Fuel Factor X. And I get asked all the time, Chris, what does it work in? It works in everything. So I figure there's no better way than just take you on a tour with me around Southeast Idaho today as I fuel some of my construction equipment and farming equipment and things that I use in my daily life. So first, this is a 2020 Dodge. I'm actually just going to squeeze in a half an ounce. It's about a 40-gallon tank. That much right there is a half an ounce. I just dump it in. Set the bottle here, grab my fuel nozzle. I'm going to jump on this side and get her started. Now, while that's filling up, I just want to point out this is a 2020 Dodge. It does have the diesel exhaust fluid. It will improve your fuel economy. With the DEF, it will reduce the amount of DEF because this product actually reduces your emissions by almost 1/3, therefore burning your fuel more efficiently, and your diesel regen system will run a lot less. Now this truck here is 2012. It does not have the diesel exhaust fluid. It's an older farm truck. And yes, it works in older trucks as well. This is a Gale RS 6 34-foot high reach telehandler forklift. Yep, FFX works in it as well. Dump some in there. Fill her up. Now Now, one thing I want to point out, you can treat your bulk tanks. So if you have a farm with bulk tanks or even a tank on your truck like this, you can just treat your bulk tanks. We do sell bulk, so you can buy it by drums or you can buy it by little 4-ounce bottles or everything in between. So again, works on everything, construction equipment, farming, everything. Stay tuned. I get asked a lot if it works in gas, diesel. It does. It works in gasoline. It's actually a 2019 Ford F-150 EcoBoost. Same thing, same treatment. Just dump it in, fill her up. Massey Ferguson rotary swather. Yep, works in it too. Even works in all the toys. Blair's Razor. This is a Kia Stinger sports car. It actually requires high octane fuel, but you don't have to buy the high octane anymore, so you can save 50 cents a gallon by dropping back down to 87. We also have these single dose packs. You just rip the top off, squirt it in. Kubota track skid loader. Yep. So as we wrap up here, and I put it in my case tractor, I've been using this product for over 14 years, treated millions of gallons, millions of dollars worth of fuel, and saved hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now you have this information. Why would you ever pay full price for gas or diesel again?
Whether you run large trucks and equipment or just drive a car, you'll want to hear about this time-tested product just released to the public by My Daily Choice. You've probably heard about many products that claim to make an improvement to your vehicle, but there's nothing that comes close to doing what this product does, especially for as little as it costs. It's called Fuel Factor X, or FFX for short. It's been used around the world by large industrial companies for about 3 decades, saving them millions of dollars and preventing hours and hours of downtime. Let's explore what it does by showing you some examples of how large industry has been benefiting from this product. And then we'll show you how it's able to do it and how you can personally benefit from it. Fuel Factor X has 4 main benefits and several smaller benefits. The first main benefit is that it dramatically increases the life of your engine and the length of time you can go between services and repairs. FFX is used by the largest mining company in the world, and it has been for years. After they started using this product in their huge dump trucks, they were able to extend the operating hours between engine repairs from 15,000 to 25,000 hours, continually saving the company millions of dollars. There are documentations and test results available. The second main benefit is that it increases fuel economy. In 2002, during the pre-Olympic events in Salt Lake City, one location had some 3,000 kilowatt generators. These stationary generators were using 875 gallons of diesel fuel per day. After using Fuel Factor X for just 1 week, the fuel consumption went down to 650 gallons of fuel per day. This was a saving of 225 gallons of fuel each day. Documentation is available. Main benefit number 3 is that it increases horsepower and improves performance. Many trucks are finding it easy to carry their loads up steep grades. One trucking company using the product not only went from an average of 5.0 to 5.7 miles per gallon in their trucks, a 14% improvement, but they were able to top some very prominent hills in Interstate 15 with 1 more gear than before. Again, documentation is available. The fourth main benefit is that it substantially reduces emissions. Many times, you can see a visual reduction in emissions or maybe notice that the smoke is becoming whiter. Just look at the visible difference in the pollution from this smokestack after using the product. This independent test shows a 42% reduction in carbon monoxide levels, a 44% reduction in underburnt hydrocarbons, a 7% reduction in carbon dioxide levels, and the oxygen levels were increased by 5%. Sound a little too incredible? Everything about Fuel Factor X is documented and tested. It is absolutely the most effective product available, not only for diesel, but also for gasoline, which is why My Daily Choice is bringing this product from industrial marketplace to your fuel tank. There are other benefits of FFX that we haven't even talked about yet. Those are best shown by explaining why FFX works so well. Here's how it works. FFX has several components that all work together to bring you these amazing benefits. Let's quickly break them down. A very prominent component in FFX is a unique organometallic burn rate modifier. This works to lower the ignition point of the fuel by several hundred degrees. That's important because it causes the fuel to start burning sooner and provides more complete, longer, and better burn in your engine. If your fuel waits for that high temperature to fire and it burns too hot or too fast, it ends up leaving a good portion of the fuel unburned and wasted on emissions. That unused fuel could have provided more power and better mileage. FFX lowers the ignition point, utilizing much more of the injected fuel, allowing for full performance and dramatically reduces the emissions that come out. FFX also contains lubricating agent, which provides lubrication for pistons, fuel pumps, and injectors, reducing friction, which can be your engine's worst enemy. There's also a fuel stabilizer. Once fuel is made, just like any oil-based product, it has a tendency to begin to break down. As it breaks down, it loses some of its efficiency. FFX stabilizes the fuel, keeping this breakdown from happening for much longer periods of time, giving your stored fuel a significantly longer shelf life, even for years longer. This is especially important for storage containers, generators, boats, and other seasonal equipment that may hold fuel for an extended period of time. Now, anytime you put liquids and metals together at oxidation, heat, and condensation, you are bound to get rust and corrosion. This is exactly what happens in your fuel tanks. However, FFX contains rust and corrosion inhibitors to minimize corrosion in fuel tanks and delivery systems. Just look at the difference between these engine valves with treated fuel and without. As you may know, modern high-tech engines functions very precisely, and there's little to no room for even a tiny particle of dust or dirt without impacting performance. FFX contains detergents that keep your engine clean and remove harmful deposits from fuel pumps and injectors, keeping your engine running at peak performance. See the difference with this fuel injector before and after Fuel Factor X. Even though your fuel tank is sealed between condensation and the oxidation process, you can't avoid getting water in your fuel. Just look at this actual example of diesel fuel taken from a storage tank. There is serious separation and water accumulation. Water can be very harmful and costly to an engine, and it can also be a major contributor to fuel injector failure. FFX contains a demulsifier, which helps remove water from fuel. Another problem that plagues engine is sludge buildup, which inhibits performance and clogs filters. FFX contains a polymerization retardant and dispersants to help prevent and reverse sludge buildup in your fuel. This is especially important in diesel fuel. As you can see, FFX packs an incredible amount of benefits into one small concentrated dose. With Fuel Factor X, you only need 1/4 ounce to treat up to 20 gallons of fuel. In order to get these same benefits with store-bought fuel additives, you will need to buy much larger quantities of many different products, spending almost 20 times more money. And FFX comes with many convenient sizes, like this easy-to-use self-measuring bottle or this convenient single-dose packet. Fuel Factor X is powerful and effective, but at the same time, it is also perfectly safe for all your engines. It has never had negative effect on any engine, and we are perfectly confident that it never will. FFX is patented and registered with the EPA. And just to give you one more reason to try it, My Daily Choice offers you a 60-day money-back guarantee. Put them to the test.
So I'm here with Mr. Kazim. He is the manager for the event, where our church services normally hold. And he was telling me about, their usage. So, sir, you were telling me that the generator normally you use for 1 hour, you normally will use how many liters?
50 liters.
50 liters. So you're telling me that typically for our church service, you normally use 150 liters, normally for church service. But after you now started using the product, our fuel treatment, FFX, it was now using
90 liters.
90 liters.
Yes.
So the consumption dropped from 150 to 90 liters. Wow. That's what's the size of the generator? The 220 kVA.
Yes.
Wow. This is awesome. Thank you so much for this review, sir. So will you recommend other people to use the product?
I will recommend and over-recommend.
And over-recommend.
I have no difference of the product.
You have seen the difference.
It has really saved a lot of money for me.
Wow. So this is coming from a manager of one of the biggest event centers, here in the city of Ibadan. Thank you very much, sir.
Because before I started using the product, I used to have headache.
You used to have headache?
Yes, I used to have headache because every Sunday we have to do 150 liters, which is not even economical to the organization.
150 liters of diesel.
Because you're not a leper, we have to be on generator throughout. So the moment I discover your product, wow! But every Sunday I just feel like sleeping. Because I'm saving 60 liters every Sunday.
Wow.
So 60 liters is about 4 or 5 Sundays. Calculate the amount it's going to be.
Wow.
Which the money is coming back to the organization.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for this review, sir. So at least with all that is happening in the economy now, every business owner that wants to save money, at least they can consider using FFX for their diesel gen.
It's real.
Wow.
It's real.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
I wish I told. All right. So that was an interview that I personally did. Mr. Kazim runs an event center in the city of Ibadan, and so our church uses the event center. And so, like you heard him say, just in case you missed it, for a 3-hour meeting, for a 3-hour service, their diesel consumption dropped from 150 to 90. But I have users who have even more significant results. I have a hotel. Okay, I have a hotel that were previously consuming 50 liters every hour. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. They were consuming 50 liters every hour. Okay, started using FFX, and now they consume 50 liters in 3 hours, right? The same 50 liters that will be done in 1 hour now takes them 3 hours. Guess what? Without fail, every single week, without fail. They don't need me to call them. I have never had to remind them. Every single week, without fail, the smallest order that they've done in a week is 3 bottles. Sometimes they will do 4, sometimes they'll do 3. In a month, they do at least 12 bottles every month because of what FFX is doing for them. So I've played a couple of videos. Assuming all this information is true, that there is a solution. Now, if you were paying attention, you would realize that beyond the fuel savings, FFX will also improve the quality of your engine, right? It's going to improve engine performance. It's going to reduce emissions. It's also going to prolong your engine life. Okay, and it's almost common sense because the carbon. So first of all, because the combustion process is happening a lot better, fuel is being burnt more efficiently. And so there's less carbon emissions. The carbon emissions are the things that are responsible for the engines becoming less efficient. Okay, So for example, the reason why your engine oil will go dark over time is because of soot that will constantly, find its way into the oil chamber. But if your oil is burning, if your fuel, your petrol or diesel is burning better, then there are less emissions, carbon deposits, soot, all right? Examples of the emissions. And so as a result, you will find that, like in my experience, when I went for an oil change, and you will also experience the same thing. Whenever you go for an oil change, you see that your oil doesn't go dark. You just decide of your own free will that, okay, I've been using this engine oil for a long time. It hasn't changed in color, but let me just change the engine oil, right? I was able to get extra 3 months on my engine oil. So that means if you're supposed to service your car 3 months, you can now go 6 months, right? So it's saving you money, but it's also prolonging the life of your engine. So assuming all this is true, how many people do you think need a solution to help them reduce their fuel costs? Assuming this is true. I'm trying to help you see what I saw. Now, I had an unfair advantage, right? When I saw this product is not new. This product has been to Africa before. Now, in the US, they have over 30 years of history using this product, but it was only available industrially, right? As a matter of fact, okay, so I'll just skip all this preamble and just move straight into business, but the essence of this is basically showing the demand, okay, in the oil and gas sector. For those who may not be aware, oil is the #1 traded commodity globally. Nothing sells globally as much as crude oil. So if you're doing business in the oil and gas sector, it doesn't matter what part of the value chain you are. Hear me. If you are doing business in the oil and gas sector, oil is the #1 most traded commodity globally. So you may not be a Dangote who is refining crude, but if you can position yourself in the value chain in oil and gas, you would also do well financially, right? So that's what those slides were just emphasizing, right? And so we found a solution that can position you to also make money in the oil and gas sector, right? And using just Nigeria as a case study, if all we did was service the PMS market in Nigeria alone, just PMS, we'll be talking 42 billion every month. Now, add cooking gas, add diesel, we're talking over 100 billion just in Nigeria. Add Ghana, add Cameroon, add, all the other African countries where power is still a major issue. South Africa, they're currently experiencing load shedding in South Africa. So this is needed all over, so I lost my train of thought now. So I was saying that I was trying to show you what I saw. #1, this product has been to the market before. 2011 to 2015, this product came to Nigeria. Now, at that time, I didn't pay any attention to it. My background is in health, is healthcare. So I was just a one-way traffic person that time. Somebody was showing me this product. Now, it wasn't called FFX back then because it was owned by a different company. Okay, that company got acquired by My Daily Choice and rebranded it to FFX, Fuel Factor X. But I remember sitting in somebody's car back in 2013, and he was telling me about this product. And he was showing me videos on his phone of buildings. He was, so he was constructing two-story buildings, 2 duplexes at the time. And this guy was just 30 years old, but for some reason, I didn't like him. I felt he was too aggressive. I felt he was too salesy, and so I didn't pay any attention. But I found out that he went on to make a lot of money. As a matter of fact, he did over 7 billion in sales. There was another young gentleman who will be in his very early 40s now. And this guy was doing over $100,000 a month from this product. So having known about, now, unfortunately for the company, they had to close all their global markets. So their presence around the world, had to be shut down, and they were then only in the US. It looks like I got kicked out. So I don't know at what point you stopped hearing me. Let me make a few people co-host so that you can just assist with whatever technical things may. So I just made Dr. Coco, Mr. Fresh Dew. I made a couple of you co-hosts. Miss Aura, you also co-host. So can you just unmute your mic? Let me know at what point you stopped hearing me. What was the last thing that you heard? What was the last thing you heard? Or maybe you can just type it in the chat. What was the last thing you heard? Oh, we have people from Uganda this evening. This is exciting. So can you just type in the chat? Let's know where you're connecting from. Type it in the chat. Let me know where you're connecting from this evening. Okay, so I was saying that the unfair advantage that I had. Yeah. Okay, 100K. Okay, 100K. Thank you very much. All right. So, I was saying, so there was a young gentleman from Ghana. So this guy wasn't even in Nigeria. This guy was in Ghana, and he was doing over $100,000. He would come to Nigeria and buy up real estate in the most precious areas in Nigeria. He would buy real estate in Lekki, Lagos. He would buy in Abuja. He would buy in Port Harcourt. And I'm talking about buying 2 houses at the same time in Lagos, buying 3 houses in Abuja at the same time, buying 2-3 houses in Port Harcourt at the same time at a go. So knowing the history of what this product did back then, I also knew a guy who was serving. He was a youth corper, and somebody in my church who was a deacon was telling me about this NYSC guy and how much money he was making from this thing. So when I knew that this product, now I missed out, I wasn't a part of that. I wasn't a part of all that, all that prosperity back then that this did for them. So the moment I heard about this product coming back to the market, what I say is like, imagine you've watched a movie before and now you have the opportunity to watch the movie again. You are no longer, guessing you already know what's going to happen. So for me, I made a decision. This is a movie I have watched before. I am taking the active role in this movie again. We're being given the opportunity to play out this movie again. This product has been brought back to Africa again. And the economy is a lot tougher now than it was back then. I said if people made $100,000 a month, that means the stage is set for us to make millions of dollars. And that's not exaggeration. That's not a hype statement. Petrol at the time was selling for how much? 84 naira. There was still a subsidy. I'm talking about in Nigeria. Now, in other parts of Africa, fuel is even more expensive than it is in Nigeria. So if there's a need in Nigeria, there's a bigger need in Ghana. There's a bigger need in Kenya. There's a bigger need in East Africa. So it's simply a matter of who has enough vision, who can take ownership, who can say to themselves, so first of all, I tell people, if you were praying to God for a financial blessing with this product, if after tonight you make that prayer again, God will be looking at you side eye. Do you understand? The angels will be looking at like really, you are still praying for money? Because sometimes God will put the answer in your hand, but many times he will put it within your reach, expecting you to reach for it. Right? We're supposed to be co-laborers. But thankfully, we have a product that solves a real problem. So there's no hype around this. I just told you, and maybe, I guess maybe, well, it won't be professional for me to show their payments. But every week, like clockwork, every week, I don't remind them. They make the call to say, we just made an order for 3 bottles. Can you help us with the delivery? Every single week. Now, I'm going to show you what the financial results are like when you decide to take responsibility for bringing this product, for bringing this information to the awareness of people in the marketplace. Okay, so let me go back to sharing my screen. I'm super excited, as you can tell, because if people got blessed financially, then you can imagine what this is going to do for you and I in this time that we're in. When it comes to documentation, the product is, there's Idaho National Labs. That's a city in the US. They ran their tests on this product. The results on the website. One of the biggest mining companies in the world, Thompson Creek Mining. They had the biggest molybdenum mine in the world. They did their test on FFX. They used FFX very extensively. The results are on the website. Do you understand? So the product is not on trial. Covenant University, when they were going to use FFX, Bishop Oyedepo instructed that the maintenance department ran their own independent test on the product. So Covenant University came on board, and then subsequently Landmark University. So it's not a product that is on trial. We've gone beyond, trying to convince people, does it work, does it not work? It works. It works. It works. I'm going to skip all the product information. If you want to know about the product, get the product video, watch the video. But what makes FFX different? Number one, it's our formula. It's the concentration of ingredients. What you have inside one bottle of FFX, other companies will sell individual. So you have about 7 or 8 different things combined into one bottle. It's also a liquid. It's not a tablet. There are people who sell tablets, and I usually like to warn you that a tablet will take a lot of time to dissolve, and that's enough time to create a problem. So there's all those things they sell at the fuel station don't come close to what FFX will do beyond fuel savings. The cleaning it's going to, do in your engine. Your pistons are going to be super clean. All the metallic surfaces within your engine will be like new. If you want to test this out, and I've done this experiment before, you can do it yourself. Take a nail, drop it into a bottle with FFX, FFX treated fuel, have another one with fuel not treated with FFX. You'll see the difference within days to weeks. One will start to rust very fast, one will not. So if you want to enjoy your equipment for a long period of time, you better make sure you are using FFX. And so FFX works in every combustion engine, except aeroplanes and rockets and, those type of things. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to screenshot this page. This is a very self-explanatory page on how the product works, how to administer the product, the dosage instructions. So I'll give you 5 seconds to quickly take a screenshot. All right. Now 7 tanks to peak performance. It's important that you pay attention here. When people hear about products like this, they want something magical. They're looking for a magic pill. When this generation is we want it like that. But there's no magic anywhere. That would be like, someone having an illness, a bacterial infection, and he wants a cure on the very first treatment. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes you're told you need to take this morning and night for 5 days or 7 days. Okay, sometimes you'll be given an oral treatment, but sometimes the severity of the illness is so high that it has to be IV. That means the antibiotics have to be given, as a drip. And so it's the same with FFX. Depending on the state of your engine, people are going to experience different results initially, right? But as you stay consistent, and don't break the cycle of treatment. Don't treat today and then you stop and then you buy regular fuel and then maybe 2 days or 3 days later you then treat. Yeah, I tell companies, if you will not follow the prescription, then don't bother embarking on the product. I'd rather you continue buying fuel at an expensive price than you use FFX the wrong way and come back and tell me it doesn't work when it's been working for 30 years. I don't tolerate that. I don't. So if you will not follow the prescription, don't even bother using. Enjoy your high fuel bill, pass the cost to your customer. But if you want to enjoy the benefits, because it's a science, I like what someone says, what Mr. Jai, he said salt is salty everywhere. And so because this is a science, it works every single time. However, like I said, you will get to optimum performance at different speeds, depending on the state of your engine. But usually by your 7th tank treatment, you're already at peak performance. Let's quickly cross the street and talk about money. Let's quickly talk about money with the time that we have. And I'm just going to summarize, what the business plan looks like. These are some of the users that we have currently using FFX. There's a lot more than this, but, for time's sake, we just like to put a few. Now, if you wanted to buy a tester pack, I would sell it to you at 20,000 for 3 sachets, but some people would sell 1 sachet at 9,000. So you'll be buying 3 sachets for like 27,000. However, the goal of the company is not for you to buy retail from an individual. The company wants you to open an account and buy directly from them. That's the vision. They want people who are buying directly from them, and so they are buying at wholesale. So you can either open a customer account, right? So if you want to save money, you shop as a customer. If you want to make money, then you enroll as an affiliate. So those are the two options that you have. For me, what I want to do is I see a need in the economy. I see a need, in African markets, and I want to fill that need. So I'm an affiliate, and so that's how I decided to get on board. Now, a few reasons why you would love this is, number one, somebody called me today and she said someone was telling her about the product and this and that, and that she's done so many multi-level marketing businesses. I said, if you make the mistake of looking at this with the same eyes that you look at other multi-level marketing businesses, then you're making the biggest mistake of your life, because FFX is not a supplement. You can sell this to individuals, you can sell this to companies. It's centered around a need and not a want. If the price of fuel continues to go up, if the price of fuel continues to go up, so will your relevance. If the price of the dollar continues to go up, so will your relevance. And you can also make a lot of money without even having to recruit anybody. So I tell people, if you look at this with the eyes of multi-level marketing, you see, the network marketing aspect is optional, but it is powerful. It will help. I will show you how it can help to give you leverage to grow your income. But you don't even have to do the multi-level aspect to make a lot of money here. Okay, so where is the money? I'm going to skip all the, all these fancy screenshots of people's earnings in 3 months, in 2 months, that's 3,000. Every Thursday we get paid, and we get paid in dollars. I'll just skip all of this because of time, but we have all kinds of people from young to old. Okay, so when you come on board, there are two ways that you can engage the system, the compensation plan. You can either earn as a builder, or you can earn as an executive, right? If you come on board as a builder, you're buying 16 sachets or 1 bottle, and then your account is activated to builder status. If you do the 1 bottle, 20 sachets or 36 sachets, then your account is on the executive status. Now, for the same activity, executives get paid more than builders. So it always pays you to make sure you have an executive account, right? Now, there is a third way you can get on board, which is to shop with a discount card called BrandBox. BrandBox starts from $200, $499, and then $800. But with this $200 example, you buy the disc, so it's like a voucher. You buy the voucher, okay, and this now allows you to get the products at an even cheaper price, okay? So here on the screen, I have 1 bottle and 38 sachets. If you had just bought the product directly without using the voucher, you would have spent additional $30. So you get the products cheaper, but you also now have $200 credited into your travel savings account. We talk about FFX, but the company it's a marketplace. They have so many different products, so many. And so there's a digital service called the travel savings, so where you can book hotels, you can book your flights. And so when you shop with the discount card, apart from the $200 to buy products, you also have $200 in your travel savings account, which will now be going towards discount when you're booking hotels and booking flights. Okay. Shopping with the discount card would also unlock one of the income streams that, ordinarily speaking, you would have to grow within the system to unlock that income stream. And also, for every BrandBox card you buy, the company also plants a tree in your honor. So you're actually making the world a better place. Right now, there's a promo ongoing. The company likes to reward us. The company likes to spoil us. So there's a trip upcoming in the month of April the 18th to the 22nd. Okay, it's going to be at the Azul Beach Resort in Jamaica, and you have the opportunity to also qualify and be part of this trip. So if you want to see the world, this is, and for me, it's like, so first of all, this is a product that even if you're not doing the business, you would share with others. Let me tell you a secret. My 82-year-old landlord, who is a customer, called me one day and said I should send him information on the product because he wanted to share with somebody else. I've got another neighbor who is a medical doctor, right? And she used FFX on her gas for her generator. And as a result of what she saw, began marketing for me. She's not even doing the business, but she began giving me referrals. So I'm saying this is something that, ordinarily speaking, you would tell somebody else, except you're a wicked person. But now you not only get paid in dollars, you can also enjoy all expense paid trips. So once you have your affiliate account, okay, you're doing the business, you can make money from retailing, but retailing is the least effective way to make money. Okay, we have something more powerful, which is connecting customers. This is where, so the whole idea is to be able to build a passive income. Okay, passive income is money that you do the work one time, but you get paid over and over and over again. Every wealthy person is looking for ways to build their passive income. You see, the poor spend time in order to get money. The wealthy, because time is your most precious asset. Time is your most precious asset. So the wealthy are looking for ways to buy back their time. So they are using systems, they are building models that would allow them to earn passively. I thank God for this opportunity. I lost my mom on the 1st of December. Throughout December, I didn't do anything business related. As a matter of fact, I just started doing presentations again. But yet, my income has been so much more than what a lot of high-level professionals earn in a month without me actively being on board, right? Why? Because customers are ordering the product, because team members are still promoting their business. So this allows you to enjoy passive income. So connecting customers, okay, I'll just speak briefly, about that. Once you are an affiliate, you have your own affiliate link. And so your job, my job, is to simply connect people that need the product to the company, is to simply raise awareness. Hospitals, churches, banks, schools, pure water factories, bakeries, printers, photographers, tailors, just whatever your own job is, there are people within your immediate sphere of influence who are burning fuel. Can you share this information with them? Some of them will be afraid and say, I hope you won't spoil my engine. But some of them, there's a difference between being a cynic and being a skeptic. Some people are going to be curious enough to understand the science, and they're going to say, oh, okay, this makes sense. And then they're going to try it out. And before you know it, one will lead to 2 to 3 to 4. And before you know it, you have a number of businesses that are now using the product because of you. And so what you enjoy, what you get paid for every customer, everyone who opens a customer account and is buying the product from the company through you, okay, what you see on the screen are the different ways you get paid for customer bonuses whenever customers place an order. So the first column, you see 16 sachets or 1 bottle. That's for a very small organization. If you have a builder account, you will get $9.6. If you have an executive account, you get $16. So remember I told you that executives get paid more for the same activity. So if you are a builder, I'm executive, somebody places an order for 1 bottle, I get paid more than what you are going to get paid. Does it make sense? Okay, so look at the 4-bottle example. A company, this would be a bigger size company, maybe a church or a school that uses 4 bottles a month. If you have a builder account, you are getting $30. An executive account would give you $50. That's just from one company. Now, I just told you of a company that orders 12 bottles in a month. 12 bottles in a month. Okay? 12 bottles in a month, that'll be $150 from one company. Now, what if you had just 20 companies ordering 4 bottles in a month? That's the question that I ask anyone who is not lazy. Can you get 20 companies ordering just 4 bottles in a month? You have created for yourself a passive income of $1,000 every month. There's someone we call Elder. Elder is in his 70s, and he's the one who got on board Covenant and Landmark University. When they place their order, they buy in gallons. They don't buy the bottle, they buy in gallons. Sometimes they buy 10 gallons, 15 gallons. And so sometimes on a single order, he can get as much as, $1,600. Somebody in his 70s. If somebody in his 70s can enjoy that, if somebody in his 70s had enough vision and foresight to embrace an opportunity, to still try to make an impact, not just for the company, but for himself and for his children's children, then what excuse do you and I have, who still have vitality and energy, to see an opportunity that God will place before us and then we won't give it our best? God forbid. God forbid. We will maximize this opportunity by the grace of God. So, if this previous slide is where I stop, if I stop on the customer acquisition bonuses, what you get paid for customers that you bring on board, this is already a beautiful opportunity. How many people agree? How many people agree? Where if you can get just 20 companies buying 4 bottles a month, you're doing $1,000 in passive income. How many agree that $1,000 additional income will go a long way in many people's lives? How many people agree? With $1,000, so what would $1,000 every month, what would it do for you? Would it help you do some things for your parents? Would it impact the quality of life that you provide for your children? Would they go to better schools? Would you be able to engage in more impact projects, maybe in your church, in your mosque, in your community, right? Would it change your life in any way? Okay, so I'm seeing many people say, I agree. Beautiful. Money, look, money is a defense. Money is a defense. And it is our responsibility. We've been given the power to get wealth. Let's now put that power to work. Let's put that power to work. Okay, now, when you go on to build a team, what I just showed you was connecting customers, what you make from connecting customers. But the third way is team building, which is optional, but is necessary if you want to earn the big money. Why do I say so? Let's come back to this slide. If you have 20 companies buying 4 bottles every month, 20 companies buying 4 bottles every month, that's good. But if you're able to build a team, and you see, there are thousands of companies in your city, in your state, and you couldn't possibly share this information with all of them. You couldn't possibly do that. So it just makes sense that somebody shared this with me and it's changed my life. It's changed my financial story. And so I also have started sharing this, and I'm sharing with you now. Some of you are in Uganda. I can't physically be in Uganda, but if I empower you to be effective in showing this to people in Uganda, so we've developed business proposals, right? We have different training materials. By sharing this with other people, and they now begin to make money for themselves by taking market share, because you were indirectly involved in doing that, you enjoy a share of the profit that they make. So I've personally sponsored only about 30 people, but now my team size has grown to more than 5,000 across multiple countries. Multiple. I tell people you can only know the beginning, you can never know the end, because it's not about who you know. All you know is who you know. You don't know who they know. That they know. I was speaking with a gentleman this morning. Do you know that 19 people have joined his team? 19 countries, sorry, not 19 people. 19 countries have joined his team because of one person. There was a deacon in his church who got on board, and he asked him, "Sir, who do you know?" And this man had an in-law in another African country who happens to be the head of all the business owners in that African, all the Nigerian business owners in that African country. And through that person, all the, is it chambers of commerce or something? Anyway, they've now begun to share this with other Nigerians in other African countries. And through one person, 19 African countries have signed up. It's not about who you know. It's about who you know, that they know, that they know, that they know, that they know. That's why the power of your network is so powerful. It's so powerful, right? So I'm not going to go into all the different commissions, but the CEO does a very excellent job in explaining the compensation plan in detail. But let me just give you like an overview. Jumpstart bonuses are the commissions that they pay you whenever somebody, a business partner, an affiliate, places an order in their first month. If you're a builder and somebody's placing an order, you get $24. If you are executive, you're paid $40, right? But builders will only earn on the first level. Executives will earn 4 levels deep. So if you look at the example here on the next slide, right? Just using a power of 5, you introduce 5, who also introduce 5, who also share with 5, right? 5 becomes 25, becomes 125, becomes 625. Do you see that? And but look at the commissions that I earned. $200 on level 1 and 2, but $800 on level 3, $2,500 on level 4. People you may never meet in your life. And this is paid every week. The commissions are paid weekly. Now, the way the rank bonus works, I'm just giving you an overview, but I just want you to just follow me fast. The way the rank bonus works, as the orders start to come in, you're sharing with 2 people, 3 people, and people, it starts to grow. Every purchase carries some business volume. So 1 bottle carries 40 business volume. 1 gallon carries 400 business volume. In a calendar month, the moment the business volume attached to the orders that take place in your team, and you see all this in your back office when you log into your website, it updates real time, right? So it's very transparent. If you guys in Uganda place an order, right, I'm going to see it in my back office and I'll see the business volume update, right? And so the moment it gets to 1,000 in volume, you are qualified on the 1K rank, get $100 bonus. Once it gets to 5,000, it's 5K, you get a $500 bonus, all the way to master affiliate where you get a $500,000 bonus. And so far, within a few months, so many, hundreds of people have hit, these ranks. I was blessed to be able to do 50K rank in 90 days, So it's been a huge blessing. We've got people who have done 5K, the 10K, that's myself and so the person who introduced me, the person on the left is the person who introduced the guy that introduced me. And just to let you guys know that this is a totally fair system. I joined months after, the guy on the left, but I hit 50K before him. So it's not about anybody coming to serve anybody. No. And so some of you who are joining can actually outperform me and even overtake me. And I'm fine with that. It will be my joy to see so many people, hit 100K, 250K, 500K. That will be my joy. It will give me so much joy. So the system is there. It's simply how fast do you want to go? How hard are you willing to work? How many people are you going to share the opportunity with? How many people are you going to share? It's all about exposures. How are you going to let the world know about the miracle that we have in Fuel Factor X, right? There's a monthly rank bonus. So every month that you maintain a rank, you get like a monthly salary in addition to your other bonuses. So if you maintain your 1K, you get $50. If you maintain 5K, it's $150, up to the master affiliate where you get $100,000 in monthly bonuses for just this one. My mentor in the US, Robert Hollis, is a super affiliate. So the monthly rank bonus for that rank is $20,000 US. Okay, the customer mastery bonus pays you for all the customer purchases in your team, not only the customers that you personally sponsor. No, all the customers within your organization. So you guys in Uganda, for example, I'm just using that for an example. If we begin to, share this with maybe mining companies, hotels, what have you, and they start coming on board, you guys are the ones doing the groundwork, right? And you're getting paid your commissions, but they will add up towards my commissions as well and my upline's commissions as well. You see, so it's a business of people helping people. So it's in my interest to empower other people to want to make more money. Does this not sound beautiful? Where we don't have to compete against each other. Rather, we can collaborate. So with the customer mastery bonus, you get paid anywhere from $250 to $20,000 US. This is where I'm going to be wrapping it up. There's still the binary commission, which is the most powerful way that we get paid. And all I'm going to say about the binary is this. You see, everybody, if you are building a team, right? If you're a customer, forget about all these commissions. Customers don't earn $1. But if you are doing the business as an affiliate, everybody has 2 sides, a left side and a right side. Everybody has two sides. And the moment you place your account, your sponsor will place you somewhere, either on the left or on the right. Every other person he has to introduce has to go under somebody who is already in the system. And so the beauty of this is that new accounts, new users get placed under existing users. And so the orders from these new users who were not introduced by you, all these people in black were introduced by your sponsor who is also in black. But whatever they purchase will count towards your binary commissions. And the binary is the most powerful way that we get paid. The advantage of this is positioning is of great benefit if you take advantage of it. So you're hearing about this in January. Some people say they are fasting in, I'm also fasting. Anyway, let me not digress. But some people don't understand that our lives are a totality. And so for me, this is service to God and to humanity because I'm helping people break the back of poverty. I say it and I say it with all boldness. We are not running from poverty. God forbid. We are not running from poverty. We are standing and looking poverty in the face, and we will break his head and we will break his back. It will never surface in our generation ever again. And so this is a mission to empower others to do the same. And so if I'm fasting, it doesn't stop me from being a blessing to my neighbor, letting him know about this opportunity. But some people are going to say, oh, in January, we don't do anything besides pray and read the Bible. Then you come back in March, and then the position you now get, maybe a bank would have been under you. You lost out on that. Maybe a hotel or a restaurant chain with 20 international. And look, this is now international, right? So those of you who are in other countries, you take your position, you will get paid from what is happening all across the world. All across the world. So the moment you hear, that's when you create your account. That's when you create your account. So that's what I'm going to emphasize about the binary. And it is the most powerful way that we get paid because you get paid to infinity from your efforts, from the efforts of those above you, those beneath you, and even the activities of strangers, right? So I'm just going to stop talking about the compensation plan here. We still have the leadership check mark, another powerful way that we get paid. And last but not the least is the global bonus pool. But this is what I'm going to encourage everyone who is serious about the business. I'm going to drop a link to a chat group, okay? It's a WhatsApp group. And in that group, tonight, I'm going to post all the getting started information. Other leaders are also going to chime in. Once you get started, your training starts, okay? And we'll then equip you with all the tools and information that you need to begin to share this effectively. We want you to at least qualify, we want to help as many people qualify for Jamaica. Why not? The company is saying, we will pay for your result. We want to take you to Jamaica for helping spread the word about FFX. Why not? Why not? So if you would like to qualify on this Jamaica trip, to qualify, all you need to do is hit 1K, and that's just 10 orders. 10 orders underneath you, you are qualified. But by the grace of God, I want to go to Jamaica with 10K, 25K, 50K leaders. And between now and end of March, it is possible. It is possible to achieve this. Okay? It's possible to achieve this. So if you are that person saying, I'm ready to change my story, I'm ready to do better financially, I'm breaking the back of poverty in 2024, this becomes my reference year, this becomes my landmark year, then I'm going to drop the link to that WhatsApp group. And look, what I'm not hyping you. I'm not hyping you. The money here is real and it's massive. It's massive. Now, if what you want to do is you want to make 1 million to 5 million, that's fine. That's fine. You can do that. But if you are here and you want to make 10 million, you want to make 100 million, you want to make $1 million, it is also possible. If people were doing $100,000 back then, then years ago, how much more now? How much more now? So I've dropped a link to the Getting Started WhatsApp group. You will be using the sign-up link of the person that invited you on this call, not anybody else's. You are using the sign-up link of the person that invited you to this call. But we'll paste the 5 steps to getting started. creating your account, placing your order, making your payment, learning how to place people within your binary tree, activating your credit wallet so you can begin to earn your commissions. So the 5 steps, we're going to paste that in the group. Once you've done that, your training begins in earnest. Okay, so there's no time to waste. Already, this is January the 18th. So let's get to work. Let's get to work. There are families that need to hear about this. Somebody shared this with me. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Every day I'm grateful. Every day I am grateful. And for me, this is a privilege to be able to share this same information with other people, right? So thank you for being on the call, everyone. This same call is going to happen tomorrow by 8 p.m. by the grace of God. So click on the link, join the WhatsApp group, get started, and we'll see you on the inside. Thank you, everyone, and God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. So this is where I will stop recording.